Greetings. Okay, we're up a little bit earlier than usual. Tomorrow I have to be on the road all day. I'm really looking forward to that. So I have to keep up my energy. I have questions to answer on the site. I'll just have to catch up tomorrow because today is just not. Tomorrow and Tuesday, because today just when you're on the road for a long time, you go crazy. And I live in Florida, and everybody's nuts. Not everybody, but quite a few. So you got to keep your mind clear to a certain level. Not looking forward to it, but that's just the way it is. Fort Knox UFO and Roswell crash site. So I don't think I was aware of the whole Fort Knox UFO thing. So a plane was, I think 1940s, 48. It was chasing a UFO and crashed. Which is interesting, though. I can't verify this. Obviously, can't verify any of it. But it feels like there was that might have been, the UFO might not. It might have been engineered or something. I don't know. It feels backward engineered. At least that's the vibe I'm getting from it. I can't verify anything though. Just weird. I just get a weird vibe there. That it was not your normal UFO, and a plane crash chasing it, and I don't know. So there might have been. So that, yeah, this thing might go further back than people realize. I don't know. It's. I'm just going by what I'm picking up on. Of course, you can channel a being, and they can't always give you the full straight answer, but they can give you an answer. But it doesn't mean it's going to be the answer. So it's just the Fort Knox one. Of course, how many people know what Fort Knox is? I mean, it's in Kentucky. It has all the gold there for some still that nobody thinks about. They made a James Bond movie about it, and it's been kind of buried ever since. So anyway, just that when I started tapping into it, that's what I felt. So it's I really was kind of surprised by that. So I don't know, maybe that's a manipulation. Maybe I'm just not supposed to tap into it. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's a re-engineered space vehicle that the aliens made for, the military. Some deal like that, It's like 1948, something like that. So anyway, I'm going to the Roswell crash site. Just tap into the energies of it. And yeah, you can say the site they don't want beings there for obvious reasons. And I would say that's more like the military presence. They don't want you to tap into it. They don't want you to get involved with it. They want you out of the way and so on. Obviously, they're covering things up. Of course, they're acting stupid the whole time. I'm sure they are. It's such a weird wild card on it. We'll never really know until the military makes the move. I mean, all these rumors are true. They're just not acknowledging anything. That's all. So it's just we'll just have to see where this ends up. And also Stonehenge, tapping those frequencies in an Easter Island. Kind of just put out a different vibe and just see what they have to say about our world, reality, everything that we're heading into. Of course, without going into full detail, society depends on who you are, is evolving. Let's put it this way: if you don't need a savior, you're on the right path. If you're not looking for, space Jesus to come save you, you're evolving. If you can ask help from spirit realm, you ask God help from source, that's healthy. But when you're asking for being saved, that's where it gets kind of hazy because that's not going to happen. It's like, oh, this person wants to be saved. Oh, look, we just stepped back. It's like nobody's going to be saving him. Now, spirit beings can help guide you to get out of situations. Of course, some situations take a long time to get out of. Timelines are terrible. Timelines, even the spirit realm can only do so much with certain timelines that you agreed to or got yourself into, whatever it might be. Yeah, timelines are tough. Once you're in a timeline, it's hard to get out of it, but they can help you through it. But it doesn't mean they can get you out of it. Like a job situation you don't like and such and so and so. Like a job situation, like you need to, live. And so there's some things that are done necessary that you just have to go through. It's just the way it is. It's just a contract with this reality. So it's a tough deal all the way around. So it's hard. This is all this is nothing's easy here, of course. Unless you live out in the Bahamas isn't easy either. Maybe if you live out in Hawaii, it's easier. I don't think it's easy there either. Some places it is. So, all right. Okay. Well, let's see what we got here. It's time to talk about comment price sessions. Scheduler. We have a shop here. I'm just gonna run late on these because I gotta get up early, and I'm gonna go crazy on the road now. It's a webinar, social network behind the scenes. Okay. The cats are here somewhere. Not sure what they're doing. So, all right, we'll go into UFO consciousness. Probably some of that would be Zeta. Somebody's in there. That's great. You got UFO consciousness. We're going to Stonehenge and then to Easter Island. That's funny. Playing back there. Okay, all right, blessings. All right, here we go. Greetings. We are Zetas, sending you energies. It is up to you to decide what is best for you. Of course, many don't always make the right decisions, but for your growth, it is just up to you. You can bypass a lot of the Earth's challenges. Yes, many are going into the victim mentality to heal that. For you to go forward, basically to heal it. Yes, you're on this planet and you feel like you're stuck here, but there is a deeper meaning to it all. Just many don't want to hear it. And the idea is to make your world a better place. So why you came here, a lot of it is just to make this world a better world, basically. And you're not always seeing it. And some are, yes, in your situations out of here, basically, you're here. Every generation is seeding the planet with new energies, new astral frequencies. You're already taking your world to the next level. Yes, the Fort Knox frequency. So it just lets you to connect to whatever reality that there is there. There is a lot of cover up there, of course. Military is, does not exactly know what it's doing currently. I mean, it does, but it's like it has all this wealth and it doesn't exactly use it well. It's like they're losing knowledge and instead of gaining it. They might be gaining some knowledge, but not really gaining the knowledge that they should be getting. And the Roswell incident, well, yes, there's a lot of, you can say the conspiracies are true. But the Roswell beings that did not live very long during that situation, I think say some of them were kept alive. It was just a reality they had to go through. To connect to the human level. Now realize those beings have been gone through this before. The Zetas that were in that situation have been shot down before. Well, at least in other realities. So it's basically to awaken your society eventually. It is a disclosure. Well, it's a version of it. Maybe not the full disclosure. Alien beings have no problem waking up society, but there is a pushback by our military. But they're just not sure what they're getting themselves into. Of course, society is still scared. Of course, not everybody, but quite a bit. And it's just it can be done in a proper way, but due to your military influence, it's hard for any type of disclosure to occur currently. If your military was not always meddling with everything, a little bit more kinder to the disclosure, things can be run smoother. Not to say alien beings will come here as a savior, but many actually do want that. Yes, aliens to come fix things. No alien will fix things. They will help you fix things. And we do already through your own downloads, through your own connections. So it's happening now. It might not be fixing the world. Are you here to fix the world? Do you want that responsibility? And especially when you fix it, others will break it. So just fix your own life. Just focus on your own existence. Yeah, you can make your life better here. Others, maybe not 100%. You can bring improvements in your regular life. You don't have to fix the world. I know many wish to do that, but do you want that responsibility, even for yourself? Now, others might want that, but truly, do you really want it? Because the world will turn against you. Do you want to be on a world stage and everyone pointing fingers at you and blaming you for everything? Because you're here to fix everything, and they're going to blame you for all of the mistakes that are going on also. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And this is just on a human level. So if you look at it from your own point of view, if you can feel like you can change your timeline and go through it, you already see activists going through difficulties as it is. And you don't really see anyone really saving the world technically. Or they end up with a short life. And that was done not by themselves. Others who shorten their lives for them. So there's just a lot of details there that people are not looking into. So the more that you improve your life, the better. Whatever it might be, there's nothing wrong with indulging in your own happiness. Yes, the world might have go through difficulties, but as you live a happy life, the world feels it. And maybe the world can take a break from all this pain. So, because when you go through a good experience, you send that vibration out to the world. It's like, why would you be selfish? I don't believe even those that are wealthy are selfish. They send out energies, of course, yes, they do. They want more selfishness usually. But you usually can't. Still, happiness goes out to the world. So, blessings. Greetings, we are the consciousness of Stonehenge. There is an energy of longevity, of soul healing, of yes, the stones have been rearranged in the past, but they still have a connection to the astral realms, a portal frequency for your longevity, your awakening. Basically, you don't have to go there physically. You can just connect to it astrally and just feel your own energy field being healed. Yes, there's a lot of laughter there. There's a lot of young energies, a lot of elemental beings there. So there's yes, a portal to Agartha, you can say, to a certain level. It's just basically, yes, there is agendas there, but they're not that powerful. It's just a sacred place to just for you, for your harmonics, your energy, because everyone has their own song, everyone has their own voice. You just tap into your own generation of your reality and just soul forgiveness and just bring that playful frequency back into your realm. Because many are carrying around so much heavy denseness. Well, that's the part. That's the reason to be here. Is the dense reality is to live the problems of the world. So many of you are living through it. You carry around more than you might realize. So a place like Stonehenge helps you release it. Connect to more to elemental self. Just a clean environment. Yes, it's like a wash, a clearing of your frequency, connecting to the earth. Mother Gaia works through you. You bring more prosperity to yourself. You're just releasing baggage that you no longer need to carry. And you yourselves are vessels, you are portals, and to embrace that portal frequency and help you download knowledge from the astral. And many try to make it complicated. It just might just bring in joy. Just keep something very simple. Yeah, the higher dimensional beings are like kids. They like dealing with a bunch of 5-year-olds floating around. Yes, they have the knowledge of a soul that's 1,000,000 years old, but they also act like they're children because they don't have the problems of your reality. Not all beings are like that. Some have matured, but many have not. And yeah, you're coming here. Many of you incarnated here. You can say because you had to, for there's many purposes. Yes, to clear out your karma. Of course, you agreed to it. It's basically this world is stuck, and you're here to unstuck it to a certain level, not to free it completely, but to help it evolve in a certain way where some souls here are trapped. They incarnate here constantly, and they're not realizing there's a way out. And they will find you, they will reach you and say, you don't have to do that anymore. And it can be a very simple, single word. And then they're afraid they might come back here, and they end up not coming back here again. But there are many souls that do continue to come back. Why? Because they don't realize they are coming back. They feel like this is normal. It's just like you feel like you're normal going through your everyday routine. Many souls feel the same way. It's like they kind of, yes, they get stuck here. Then they truly get stuck here when they disconnect from the astral realms. They disconnect from the spirit realms. And they just feel like this is all there is. And many do feel that. So basically this awakening, just awakening the astral realm for doing more for, basically for Garthia, the dragon beings, to connect more to humanity, for people to appreciate animal life more. So you can see how animals are taken more seriously. They're seen as people, and they're part of the family. They're seen more and more like that than they have been in the past. And that shows you're moving to the next level. So just the simple things, just like that. You see a squirrel, you see a rabbit, you see any type of animal being, and you know there's much more to it than that. That shows your world is going places. Greetings, we are from Easter Island. Indigenous beings. Yes, a mystery that might not ever, doesn't need to be solved. I mean, you're a mystery. Raise yourselves. You need to know of your history. You have your own version of it, and there's nothing wrong with it. There is an ape connection to humanity. You say you're warning from their mistakes. There's a feline connection here to help you evolve as a human race, to take that feline knowledge and move forward. The ape energies, ape beings are known to fight among each other on their worlds. And there's some of that here on this planet, or a great deal of it. That has not quite been healed. There's authoritarian energy also from some of the bird beings that they feel like they can oversee. Yes, aliens. There's some alien beings that come to a world, cause chaos, and then watch it. They put a single word, as you see when you're media, you see that there's chaos within your social media. That somebody just puts a little, just some words to tangle people up, get people, triggered, as you call it, and they just watch it happen. Eventually, society will figure that out. Hasn't quite figured that one out yet. To not be triggered, or not to, you might get triggered, but you realize who did such a thing, and not to be so triggered here. The reptilian side of the world is, yes, a tricky energy. It is there to help you evolve, devolve. It's kind of like some reptilians are master races, where they have evolved to a certain level, but they've mastered the third dimension, and you're here to understand their point of view. And yes, there's many worlds similar to reptilian planets that are similar to your world. It's tricky to escape. Well, they don't always want you to leave either. I mean, yes, you might leave through death, but they want you to come back. So Easter Island frequencies, you can say our consciousness was not to give you all the answers, but to just show that you are not alone. To show, that you're part of you yourselves, a mystery race yourselves. That the human race goes back beyond this world. That many of you come from other planets, same as you are a human. Your DNA has evolved since then from hidden alien species that might not always make a whole lot of sense. There's so many answers. Now, when you go into the spirit realm, you see all the connections your world has. But can you bring it back here? Not likely. Some can bring some pieces of your reality, but not everything is here to be unraveled. Well, the humanity has to, go through a phase where it can accept the past, the true past. You connect the pieces of it, but it's not all been triggered yet. And get over your own shortcomings. Society eventually will come together. Eventually, because basically you're a network of people that are here to basically make peace among each other. So when the world becomes more peaceful, that's when all your knowledge starts to come back to you. You've earned the knowledge of the past. And the past has been locked down until you heal from the challenges that have been placed here that lock down your past to begin with. Sometimes alien beings can bring you pieces of the past, but they say it so nonchalantly, or nobody pays attention, or nobody catches it. And does it matter? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It's basically society still has a lot of growing up to do. As many are doing it, but some still feel yes, they have mother and father they still need to connect with. Those are their alien family members. It just, there's a lot of challenges here. Not everybody wants to go through it. Why don't I connect to the forefathers of this reality? So I have to bypass my challenges. But challenges are here for a reason. Not to taunt you, not to cause you difficulty. Well, yes, to cause you difficulty, but to overcome these challenges so you grow to a higher being. Not everybody wants to do that. So you have all these challenges and you want to get to a royalty state, but others say, I don't want to go through it. And so then you wonder why I did not make it to that royalty level, because you can go through what it takes to get there. The royalty level is basically that you help lead others into a more positive reality and just become more part of a leadership. Look at it that way, instead of just a royalty where you're just royal over others, but it's just a royalty where you help guide others to a more positive reality. Of course, there are royalties that abuse it, But normally they get to those positions in a positive way. And once they get there, yes, they get bored and do as they wish. That's a challenge of society. Well, because they've figured out reality, they figured out how the world works. And that's what you're doing now. But it takes a while. So you wonder why people incarnate here so many times. They not always, but sometimes they come here to just figure out how this reality works. So you can, yes, attract what you want to attract. That's not always the reason for living, is to manifest. Some focus on it, but it's not always the goal of existence. Well, obviously, just overcoming the challenges and improving your soul. They don't go through those challenges again. And that's some mastery there, because many do get lost and go through the same thing over and over again. Of course, there are also circumstances you can't always get yourself out of, but it's on how you handle it. You don't have to like the situation, but you go through it and you get through it in a positive level. It shows the maturity of your soul. Blessings.